Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, where some crazy stuff is going down as usual. Monokuma might be breaking the fourth wall, or he could be referring to a game character. I'm not sure. Someone.
Don't fuck with me!
Enough with this bullshit already. Just spit it out. Where'd you take us, you bastard? Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and...
In other words...
It means... I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin.
You...
What do you mean between?
Hey!
What do you mean made?
What's this?
Oh my! Are your minds getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Good. Very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that.
Shing!
It's just a simple graduation ceremony, or exam.
Huh?
Then what is the graduation exam? Death.
Hey,
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate.
Are you sure about this?
But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So...
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh?
Why?
We're obviously going to get out. There's no way we'd stay here. Yeah, the previous class thought the same thing, and I mean, that's the decision they came to in the end, but the truth certainly made them think about it.
That's right!
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No!
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. The students from last time? Is the Future Foundation the survivors of the first game? Is that what it is? Makoto, Byakuya, Aoi. I don't know that I could really see Hiro and Toko being a part of that, but... Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning you guys are just extras until the guests of honor arrives.
Damn it!
So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but... all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is going to hate me. I think they'll hate you regardless. So, please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. I mean, I think it's just a replica. We're still inside the simulation. But then again, the original game could have been in the simulation too, just without glitches, I guess. There's so much uncertainty. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How'd we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? I still am kind of dumbfounded that you guys have not had any inkling of your situation, especially with the whole thing with Chiaki and Nagito basically just shouting it in your face. It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back. I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. This building, is it really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted... Oh, okay. Wanted to become Hope? If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully, the only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody. That's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why? Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen? Huh?
Hey, bastard!
Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry. It's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's going to be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey.
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? Right. I'm currently of the opinion he's a program of some sort. Though I guess he could be being controlled. If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Jeez.
Even though Chiaki and Monami are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit. Which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So they're not World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma? Of course you were.
However...
The Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Yeah, but... kinda worried about that, too. For several reasons. How Mikan became after she got her memories back. How Nagito was. And then the flashback. It's very worrisome. Maybe they had reason to stick us here. Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if they're our allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. So, what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, that's obvious. If we're going to get out of here safely, we have to do that graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam? Huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. I don't doubt that. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been? I think so. I think he may have been lying about the last trial. There may be some sort of trial going on here. There's definitely a courtroom in the ruins. And now we're having an investigation.
All right!
Hopefully no one else is going to die. Alright, I'm going to do it.
Prepare yourself.
Like,
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something. About Hope's Peak Academy. About ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we could just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine.
hey!
Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course!
Hell yes. He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hope's Peak Academy, none of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive, just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. Yeah, you guys are in for a rude awakening. He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey!
So, what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building? Yeah, I think that's the gist of it.
Even so.
I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this damn building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now.
Whoa!
Hey, you're already going?
Jeez.
What is that idiot thinking running ahead without being cautious? She's just being Akane.
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything. As usual.
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives. Yeah, I'm not gonna bank on that.
all right!
So, we should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. Sure. Whatever that means. If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Jeez. You're pathetic.
Akane already took off on her own. It might be fast if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Well, I certainly hope that's the case. Then let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Well, I wish you luck. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow, then left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonia,
Miss Sonia!
please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. God, I hope she clocks him before this is over. Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Well, we should probably start with the gym, shouldn't we? And there's a Monokuma.
I knew you could do it.
Yeah, me too. Thank you very much. Let's see. I guess there's nothing else to interact with in here. Alrighty. Do we get to see the entrance here? What? We just teleported to the 5th floor. This was the last floor that was opened in the first game, right? Where the garden and everything is? Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Yeah. Is he trying to confuse us again? Yes, he is. Why are you not commenting on those glitches? Can you not see those? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not going to fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Well, I hope so. Just think of Tom Petty, okay? And that'll get you through. This hallway, there is a strange feeling to it, no? Yeah. As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement. So you guys can't see those barriers? You feel the force as invisible?
I am concerned.
Is it just me? Probably not. Okay. See, that door's closed off. Over here's the dojo. Looks like we can enter there. The garden's closed off. Is there anything in the corner? No. Something on the floor there. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. Maybe? What's this? A book? A History of Hope's Peak Academy? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Well, it's part of the evidence he said he scattered throughout the school. Let's start with history first, class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. Uh-huh. So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting us out of here, no matter what it is. It's like a cat and a pink-haired girl. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. That may be Kazuichi's sister. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend, except we now know there's a reserve course. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for researching talent as well. Whatever that means. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system. The Reserve Department. Okay. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and begin further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The tragedy. Yep. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, and may that be the last time we see that description in this game. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. I mean, it was the tragedy of the whole world. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident, and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Okay. Well, it's a beginning, I guess. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly canceled in the middle of its run. Or maybe just the first in a series we're supposed to find. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic, aren't they though? There's no way these incidents really happened, right? Well, that is, yeah, about that. The manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about these things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again.
Shing!
Ah, the thing that's weird is you, of course. What?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? Well, because they took our memories. The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? I mean, he did. So, I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too. Maybe? What are you getting at, Monokuma? What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of the Reserve Corps students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a Reserve Corps student. Damn it, what the heck? Don't let him get to you, Hajime. That's just what he wants. Okay, so there is going to be a trial, or we wouldn't be collecting truth bullets. What is going to be on trial, though? This is weird, and I like it. Different is good. Is there any use in looking at these things? Yes, it serves the same purpose. The armor? It's armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? The map developers? Or once again, it feels like we're getting a fourth wall break. This cherry tree is in full bloom. It may be a tasteful sight to see a blooming cherry tree inside a dojo, but in this situation it just looks bizarre. Yeah. Targets. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, there could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? I don't know. It seems like this last little bit is just all about really ramming on the fact that we're playing a video game. Okay. Training dummy? There's a lot of... There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. Yeah, with swords and or spears, I suppose. Camera, no use to really look at that. All the keys are in the lockers this time. There's a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wooden block sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. Alright. And I don't see any hidden Monokumas, but I am being extremely careful. Just in case we get teleported again and we don't get a chance to find them. Alright, I don't think there's one in here. Well, we're still on the 5th floor, so I guess that's good. See, the garden's still locked off. We could go down the hallway, though. Yeah, there's bits and pieces missing everywhere. Oh, hello, Kazuichi. I didn't see you here before. Sonya's moved, too.
What's going on?
This hallway is kind of creepy. I can't go to the places that I should be able to go to. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. So they're not able to see all these glitches. I think that's been established. They can't see the barriers on the doors. They can't see these glitches because nobody's mentioning it. Alright. That door's open now. Should we go there? Is that the logical next step? Let's see if anyone else is around down the hall. Oh, Jesus. Welcome to the Matrix. Can any of you see any blondes, brunettes, or redheads in that? Nope. Me either. Alright, so yeah, this is the only other option. Guess it's going to lead us by the nose. Another book? Another manga. It's lying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Huh. Wasn't The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? Yes, it was. It's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for that I'm not going to say ever again. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? Well, the cover's at least more gritty. What is that? Yeah, that's a skull behind him. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, I keep getting my eye drawn to that little Monokuma face. Is that a pin on his lapel, or is it just a decoration on the book cover? As the name suggests, the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. Yeah. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamukura? Is that how you pronounce that? Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. There's a lot of ultimate hopes being thrown around, aren't there? To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. So he didn't mingle at all with the other students? But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. He's responsible for the tragedy? Is that... So Izuru's responsible for the tragedy? Not Junko? 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy's Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. Okay, so not the tragedy, but a tragedy. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. This is Junko, right? That student uncovered what the Academy did. And by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students, who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. So, Hope's Peak was ground zero for the worldwide tragedy? Okay, I think that's new news. I didn't gather that from the first game. The incident would be known as That Which Must Not Be Named. Works cited Danganronpa 0. Oh, okay. Gotcha. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy. Yeah, I think they were. We definitely found a room last time that was smeared with blood everywhere.
What irony! For a genius known as the Ultimate Hope to cause such a gruesome event. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent.
Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But, Ultimate Hope. Nagito mentioned that before too. But it looks like it means something completely different here. Yeah, maybe. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope, but for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. Is that what it actually meant? That he had more than one talent? So, was the person that we were playing as during the 0 chapter Izuru? Because the way he spoke, he had multiple talents. Because he said he also had luck, and that it was a boring talent. Interesting. I wish they'd given me one of those... I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here, it said that the Reserve Corps students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? I don't know. We may figure that out as we go. Was I a participant too? Maybe? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that you know of. But you've got holes in your memory, sir. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the event that must not be described is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? It is Junko. A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up. But all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Yeah, they do. And unfortunately, uncovering them is going to need to wait until next time. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like below. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.